Okay, now you're going to do this on your own. Know what you're doing before you go work on the assignment. Okay, seriously, don't watch two, say I got it all figured out, and then go, because then you end up messing up stuff, okay? And also another thing, if your computer freezes, bring it back to me. I think I found a way to get it off there, okay? And also, if you're going to surf the web once you're done, because you're not getting your phone until the bell rings, or sign out of my server, you need to log into yours, okay? My server is for math videos only. Okay, so this first problem, 2x is greater than or equal to 14, okay? So here's my x. It has a 2 that's in front of it. That means 2 times x, so you put the dot there and circle it. Now, you don't have anything outside that. You don't have to add or subtract. But you do need to look in your circle with the dotted number. Is that negative? No. So keep that sign the same way. Show your work just like that. Now, we know that with dotted numbers, we divide. Yep. Okay, so show your work. You have x, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. The letter first, then the number. That is correct. That is the correct order. I can go ahead and graph it. The line is there, so you fill it in because the x can equal 7 if the line's there, so fill it in, and then the nose points that way, so that must mean it's greater than this way. Okay, my next problem, you get this fraction. Well, we better put a fraction on the other side with a 1, okay? So I'm about to cross multiply and divide, okay? It's what CMAD, it's what that stands for. But before I do that, I need to look under the x. That number's negative, so that sign needs to flip, okay? So I can cross multiply and divide. Negative 3 times negative 10 divided by 1 is 30, okay? The x is there, it stays there, and the 30 is over here. So that is in the correct order. So I'm good to graph it. The bar's not there, so don't fill it in. And it's greater than. So x can be any numbers greater than 30, but not equal 30. Heck, x can be 30.00001 as long as it's bigger than 30 whole. Okay. Negative 6x less than negative 36. Okay. So x is being multiplied by a negative 6. I put the dot there. Okay, so I think we're going to have to divide. Is the number in the circle with the dot negative? Yeah, okay. So the sign needs to flip. So then we divide by negative 6. If you're paying attention yesterday on that first part when I illustrated, when you multiply or divide by a negative, the sign flips. This is a number I'm dividing by. It's negative, hence the sign flips, okay? Now up here, this is a number I'm multiplying by, hence the sign flips, okay, if it's negative. Okay, so that cancels. Show your work. You put the x and 6. Okay, that's in the correct order. So 6 goes here. Your line's not there, so go to the right. Okay, next one. There's your 9. 9x is being multiplied by 9, so I dot it and circle it. Now right here, is the 9 negative? The number with the dot, is that negative? No, it's not, okay? So we're going to leave that sign the same for now, okay? So I divide. 72 divided by 9 is 8, and then we have the x over here. You got to pay attention to where things are at, okay? Okay, I think that's incorrect. The letter's supposed to be before the number, so that is incorrect. So we need to reorder the sentence. x and 8. Okay, there we go. So 8, circle, bars there, so we're going to fill it in. And the nose points that way, so it's greater than. Okay, next one. Negative 11x is less than or equal to 22. X is being multiplied by negative 11, so I dot that and circle it. Okay, number in the bubble, it's negative. Okay, negative, 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 dot. So drop that sign right now. Okay. Divide by negative 11, divide by negative 11, that's x. Negative 22 divided by negative 11 is 2. Okay, so we have 2. And that's correct order. Okay. Fill in your circle, and that's greater than. You filled in the circle because the line was there. Okay, next problem, 60 is less than or equal to negative 12x. Okay, dot up your x. Negative 12 is the multiplying number. Got a negative there? I don't care about this. I care about the number that's multiplied in the dotting the x. Yeah, it's negative, so change that sign around right now before you do anything else. Now divide. Okay, now the x is here. Put it there. 60 divided by negative 12 is negative 5. Okay, that ordering is incorrect. Okay, I need to reorder the sentence so the x comes before the negative 5 and then the sign flips. Okay, so negative 5 is a critical number, can be equal to it, so circle it. Goes that way. Okay, 4x is less than or equal to negative 90, so the x is multiplied by a 4. Okay, is the dotted number negative? No, it's not. So since that's not negative, we don't change the sign. Okay. Okay, x. Okay, negative 90 divided by 4 is negative 22.5. That's correct order. Circle. Okay, fill it in. And that's less than, so it's going that way. Okay, and the last one, you see a fraction, so put a fraction on the other side, put a 1. Okay. So you know what this means. Cross, multiply, and divide. But before we do that, if we have a negative under the x, which we do, that number's negative, flip the sign. And the x is here, so I'm going to keep it over here. Now to find the number that goes over there, we multiply and divide by 1. So negative 5 times negative 7 divided by 1 is 35. And that ordering is correct. Okay, so 35 is a number, circle, you can be equal, so fill it, and then greater than goes that way. Okay, pause the video, do the problems on the back, and then go back to the other side. It's no sense rushing because you're not going to get your phones, okay? Okay, here's your next packet. What you need to do right now is take this paper, tear it off, so you have it to look at when you're going through the problems. Because now these start to get a lot more complicated, okay? And you're going to need this to help you out. Number 1, step 1, says draw a number line. Put the 0 in the middle. Get rid of any parentheses if you have any. Doesn't appear I have any. You can only have one x. We do. There it is. Dot and circle the x. Is the dot negative? The dot number, that number with the dot, is it negative? If it is, we need to switch the sign, and we want to do that under the number line now, starting now on this one, okay? But that is not a negative number, so we will be leaving the sign the same direction. So put that down there. Okay, do you have anything outside your circle? Yeah, you have a 3. Get rid of it. So plus 3, plus 3. Now, drop the sign, 2.x, and that's 10. Now divide. And after we divide, we're going to write our answer. This side I have x. X is this side. Put x, and then 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now the last thing we have to check, is the order correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so 5, circle, the bar's not there, and it's this one. X can be any number greater than 5. Okay, my next problem. Negative 5x plus 9 is less than or equal to 4. Okay, draw the number line. Get rid of parentheses if you have any. I don't have any. You can only have one x. We do, it's right there. Dot and circle the x. Some steps you don't even have to do anything. You just got to look, open your eyes with it, okay? Is the dot number negative? Yes, it is. That 5 in there is negative. So take that sign and turn it around, but do it right here under the line. Okay, do you have anything outside the circle? Get rid of it. So plus 9, I'm minus 9, and minus 9. Drop the sign. So over here I've got the negative 5.x, and over here 4 minus 9 is negative 5. Okay? Now it's time to divide by the negative 5. Okay? Now those cancel, and I have x, but x is over here on the left. And that's negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. Okay, that ordering is correct. So 1 is my critical number on the number line. The bar's there, fill it in, and the nose points that way. Okay, next problem. Draw your number line. Get rid of parentheses if you have any. Okay, yeah, you have some parentheses you need to get rid of. Okay, so I am multiplying 7 by 1x and 7 by negative 3. That's a negative 3. So 7x and negative 21. Okay, now drop your sign. Here you know it's just a negative 14. Okay. Now, here's where I had the parentheses mess, okay? So I write down the two things I got, 7x plus negative 21. And then I cross out the parentheses and that number that was multiplied through the parentheses, the 7. And there's nothing else there, so I'm good, okay? I don't need to write anything else. That's how you get rid of a parentheses. Okay. You can only have one x. I only have one. That's good. Dot your x and circle the x. So dot your 7x, circle it. Is the dot number negative? No, the 7 is not negative, so we will not switch the sign. So go over here, put that. Enough said. Anything outside the circle, get rid of it. You have a negative 21, so you need to add 21. Add 21. Now, drop the sign, okay? I've got 7.x, negative 14 plus 21 is 7. Okay. And now it is time to divide. Okay, the x is on this side, so I put it on that side, and 7 divided by 7 is 1. Okay? So 1 is my critical number. The bar's there, so fill that in. Okay? Nose goes that way, so this way. Okay, next problem. Draw the number line. Okay? Get rid of parentheses if you have any. You don't got none. Can only have one x. Well, that's a problem. I have 2. Now, are they on the same side of that sign that's circled, or are they on opposite sides? That's the question. Here's the sign. They're on different sides, so it's opposite side. So if it's on opposite sides, I switch the right to opposite. So that 6x, I make minus 6x. And then I would subtract that from the negative 10x. Drop the sign. So negative 10 minus 6 is negative 16x. That's all I have, and I have the negative 48. Okay. Dot and circle the x. Is the dot negative? The dot number, is it negative? Sure it is. So that sign turns the other way. Okay. All right, now do you have anything outside of the circle? Not really. This is on the other side, okay? So I don't have anything outside the circle, so I'm good. Divide. And after I divide, I'm going to write my answer, okay? So, cancel. I have x, that side, and negative 48 divided by negative 16 is 3, okay? Circle, and the nose goes that way. Okay, next, draw your number line. Get rid of parentheses if you have any. I don't have any. You can only have one x. Well, that's a problem. Here I can see there's 2 x's. If they're on the same side of that sign, we add them off to the side. But if they're on opposite sides, we switch the right to the opposite of what it is. Well, here's the sign. They're on opposite sides, so switch the right to the opposite. So plus 3x. And I can add it to the x that's over there, not this number. Drop your sign, and you got 4. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. And then I have 7. Okay. You don't drop your sign. It's not that hard. When you do stuff, before you write anything else, drop the sign. Okay, dot and circle your x. Okay. Is the dot negative? No, 1's a dot number. It's not negative, so keep that sign the same way. Okay. Do you have anything outside the circle? If you do, get rid of it. So on this side, we have a 4. Not the 7. The 7's not on the side of the x. Okay, it's the 4. So minus 4. And I minus 4 from 7. Okay. So 1 dot x, and that's 3. Okay. Now I divide, but if the dot number is a 1, I don't have to divide. I can just get rid of it. Okay. So I have x on this side, 3 on this side. Is the order correct? Yes, that is correct. So I have 3. Nose goes that way. Okay, my next problem, 8x minus 9 is greater than 17x plus 9. Okay, number line, draw it. Get rid of parentheses if you have any. I don't have any. You can only have one x, okay? We don't have 1x. That's a problem. We got to fix that problem. Are they on the same side? No. They're on opposite sides, so you switch the right to the opposite. 17, opposite would be minus 17. Since if it doesn't have a sign, the opposite is minus. Drop the sign and just go in your columns. 8 minus 17 is negative 9x minus 9, and then 9. Okay, dot and circle your x. Is the dot number negative? Yeah, it is. It's negative. So flip the sign, okay? Because you're going to have to divide by a negative eventually. Okay, do you have anything outside the circle? I do. I have minus 9, so we need to get rid of that by adding 9 and adding 9 here. Drop the sign. Negative 9 dot x, 9 plus 9 is 18. Okay, now divide. But after I divide, I'm going to put my answer over there. Okay, x is over on this side. The sign switches because that dot number is negative, and 18 divided by negative 9 is negative 2. Okay, the ordering of that solution is correct. So negative 2, circle. You don't have the bar. That goes this way. Okay, next problem. Negative 11 is less than or equal to 8x minus 3. Okay. Get rid of parentheses if you have any. You don't have any. You can only have one x. Okay, we do. That's good. I don't have to fix that. Dot and circle that x. Okay. Is the dot negative? No, 8's not negative, so keep that sign the same way that you see over there. Okay, you got anything outside the circle? And I look over here, not on this. The 11's not on the same side as the 8, okay? It's the 3, okay? So plus 3 and plus 3. Drop the sign, okay? What do you see over there? Negative 11 plus 3, that's negative 8. And over here you got 8 dot x. Okay, now it's time to divide. What side's the x on? The x is now on this side. Negative 8 divided by 8 is negative 1. Now here's the problem. That is incorrect. Okay, so you need to reorder that and put the x first and the negative 1, and that's what you're graphing. So negative 1, circle, could be equal, fill it in, greater than goes this way. Okay, next problem. 0. Okay. Number line, get rid of any parentheses if you have any. You don't have any. You can only have one x. Well, there's 2. That's a problem. Read on. Same side, you add off to the side. Opposite sides, you switch the right to opposite. So negative 3. So plus 3x plus 3x. Okay? So 4. Negative 2 plus 3, that's 1. And then 7. Okay, dot and circle the x now. Now that you only have one of them, you dot it and circle it. Okay, is the dot number negative? No, it's not. Okay, so we're going to write the same sign. Okay, anything outside the circle? When you're checking for that, you only look on the side of the sign that the x is, and outside's a 4. Okay, so minus 4, minus 4. Drop the sign. So 1 dot x, and then 3. Okay. All right, now you can divide, but if it's a 1 as a dot, you really don't have to. Your x is on this side, the 3's on this side, and that definitely is the correct ordering, okay? So 3 goes like that.